Good afternoon. We're here at Paronella Park today and we will be speaking with Mark. He's going to tell us all about the park, its heritage, and some of the things that work in terms of the music and the environment. So Mark, for those who may not know, can you introduce Paronella Park and its unique heritage?
Thanks, Colin. I'd love to. Judy and I actually discovered Paronella Park for ourselves back in 1993.
Wow.
We not only discovered it, we purchased the property. It's a bit of a story, but probably the best way to sum it up is we discovered paradise.
Wow.
And when we purchased the park, we knew very little of its story, but we were very fortunate back then to meet Teresa, the daughter of Jose Paronella.
Wow.
And we discovered from her the story was much more alive, much more depth to it. Mm-hmm. And we really are probably here today for much of that reason, that she opened the door and made Paronella Park's story come to life. We, in finding out about Jose, discovered that he came from Barcelona. He was able to be inspired by the architecture of Barcelona, and he came here, saw a beautiful waterfall, Mina Creek Falls, and he chose this location and came to build his dream here on Mina Creek. And he started in 1929 and completed the project in 6 years. A lot of skepticism, a lot of people saying, this guy's crazy, what's he doing? Mm-hmm. But 6 years later, not only had he finished Paronella Park, the buildings, the fountains and so on, he also had all the plantings and was able to open up hugely successful property to dances, weddings, musicals, the whole gambit of wonderful pieces that made Paronella Park a huge success.
Absolutely. And there's such an atmosphere here, right?
You're spot on. Atmosphere and the character. It's something that I think has come over time. Yeah. I don't think it happened the day the park was opened. People actually say you feel like you're in a bit of a dream world. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly the way that we feel, and we talk about it. It is Jose's dream, and time creates that beautiful sense of character, and that's really what it's about.
And part of that atmosphere would have been music. You talked about weddings and dances and various functions over the years. So how has music played a part in Paronella?
Well, recently, yes, but right through its history. Right. We still meet gentlemen mainly that performed in the ballroom, at dances, at weddings, mm-hmm. And a couple of our staff met at a dance in the ballroom back in the 1970s. But you feel that when you're walking through the property. There were and still is from time to time beautiful events here, stringed orchestras that have performed here, and we've had a violinist, some would know the String Family from Wollongong. Mm-hmm. They performed here for quite some time. But music is a core component. And when you have violins, for example, or cellos, for example, you can feel them capturing and blending with nature.
Yeah, yeah. And so music has historically played a big part in Paronella Park. Today, how do visitors experience music within the park?
Well, the park has day tours and storytelling, mm-hmm. but in the evening we have an evening experience, and it's the continuation of the storytelling. It's telling the story of pieces like the cyclones and the floods of the north. It tells the story of Jose's journey back from Barcelona after his wedding, and it tells the story itself. And so at night time we have a light show that is in conjunction with beautiful music, and in fact that music is violins and cellos. Brilliant. And when the performance starts, people don't know what to expect. It starts with total darkness and it then commences and lifts. And as the music lifts, the lights lift. And it really is a spectacular, wonderful experience. And I must say that it's an experience that can't be described.
Yeah.
It really has to be captured personally.
You have to come and see it, to experience it, to know what it's like. And you talked about violins and cellos. That's the sort of music that works well in this space. Yes,
it does. It's probably chance. I sometimes think that Jose's still around, and he chooses the musicians because they bring the right instruments along. We've had other instruments here, but I think those instruments are the ones that fit nicely in a rainforest area and blend beautifully.
Brilliant. So, thinking about tourism in general, how important is tourism to Paronella Park?
Well, it's key. We have a very long history at Paronella Park. Judy and I, 32 years, but before us, Jose, and it was during his time that the white cars, the taxi service would go from Cairns up into the Tablelands, Lake Barine, the Curtin Fig Tree, down the Palmerston Highway to Paronella Park, and then back to Cairns. And that was a well-worn route. It was as a part of Paronella Park's beautiful history. And so tourism played quite a part back in the early days when Jose was here, and his wife and his family. And then it moved away a bit, and it had a time there where it faded. But we had some predecessors to us that had tried a few things. We believe now that the formula is right, and it is a bit of a formula: storytelling.
Yes.
So storytelling, and you can do that in so many ways. Nowadays, of course, you have apps. Yes. You can download the app. You can read the little brochures. You can have it told by wonderfully passionate tour storytellers.
Yes.
And music, of course.
And you have plenty of those storytellers in the park, right?
We do. Today, altogether, we employ some 50 staff, and there's about 10 of our staff are storytellers, whether it be day or in the evening.
Great. So you'll come and you'll get to hear all about what's
Yes, you will.
happened.
The whole story.
It's only one way to get all of that. And how does Paronella Park contribute to the broader Far North Queensland environment? There's other attractions you work with as well?
We work with many attractions. We're also involved in the Mamu Tropical Skywalk, a rainforest walkway that was built just after Cyclone Larry came in. So it has had very little impact in the building and construction phase on the environment. We also, some of the highlights of the area include Etty Bay. Etty Bay, people are saying, where can you see a cassowary, a live cassowary? And there they are, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Happily swanning around.
Exactly.
It's quite incredible to see them quite
And look, I've had people that went over there and didn't see one, but very rarely. Nearly always they get to see a cassowary. The other, around the area, you've got lovely Curramine Beach. You've got Innisfail. Innisfail is a hidden secret. And it sounds strange because what is the story there? It's the story of Art Deco. Amazing. Most of it's still there, and you can actually wander through and see these beautiful facades. Stunning.
Probably too often overlooked, I guess.
It is. It is overlooked, and we mention it to quite a few of our guests, and they are excited. The interpretation is not there, and it needs to be to make it come to life.
Great. Now, thinking about the festival that's on in July. Do you think that could be a great extension experience for people after the festival to come and visit you or before?
Absolutely, of course, I'd say that. We have something very, very special here. And even after this interview, your people that are following through to attending the festival, they still won't know what Paronella Park is. And that's the thing that makes Paronella Park very special. it's very personal.
Yeah.
It's in your heart. You feel it. And when people visit, I ask them, how did you enjoy it? And they say it was amazing.
Yeah.
When you ask them to describe the experience, they say you can't.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'd say to everyone is just come along and experience it.
And how do you see the future of music at Paronella Park?
It will always play a significant part. And we would love to incorporate more music. Next year, we are looking at setting aside a couple of evenings at the park and maybe a matinee. And we're looking at a wonderful stringed orchestra from Brisbane. So we're Camerata.
Camerata.
So we're looking at that. And we see that as the opportunity to incorporate music. We don't go chasing.
Yeah.
We find that the right people turn up.
Yes, they come to you.
Yes.
The place called Paronella Park calls to them.
That's right.
And what message would you like to share with festival goers?
Well, I think there is so much to see in tropical North Queensland. I certainly believe that if the term that you hear often is, we've done North Queensland.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing. There is no such thing as you've done. There are probably 80% of the festival goers that haven't been to Paronella Park.
Yeah.
There will be some that have, and they, I'm sure, will sing the praises of the park. But there is so much to see. One of my highlights, and I still sing its praises, is the beautiful Atherton Tablelands.
Yeah.
It is a stunning area with its lakes, waterfalls, and there's places like the beautiful Herberton Historic Village. But allow yourself a good half day at Paronella Park, and I'm sure it will cap it off.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today, Mark. Really appreciate it. It was a really insightful conversation. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.